You've heard the stories. The friend of a friend who put a few $1,000s into the next big thing and became a millionaire overnight. These stories are alluring. They tap into our desire for quick riches and easy success, but chasing after the hot stock is a fool's game. It's like playing the lottery, not a sustainable strategy for building real wealth. The real secret to stock market wealth isn't about finding a needle in a haystack. It's about understanding the fundamentals. Shift your mindset from speculation to long-term growth. Stop trying to beat the market. Learn to work with it. Educate yourself about the market. Understand how it works. This is the real secret to unlocking lasting financial success. What does it really mean to invest in the stock market? Many see it as a high-stakes casino where only the wealthy win. But that's not true. Investing is buying a piece of a company. You become a part owner, a shareholder. When the company does well, you do well. Think of the economy as a giant pie. Investing is buying a slice of this pie. Diversify your investments across sectors. This protects you from individual company ups and downs. The stock market is for long-term wealth building. Align with the economy's growth and reap the rewards. We live in a capitalist society. This system, for all its flaws, presents incredible opportunities for those who understand how to navigate it. The wealthy understand this. They don't just work for money, they make their money work for them. They do this by owning businesses and investing in assets that generate income. Business owners are the engine of the economy. They create jobs, innovate, and drive economic growth. Investors, on the other hand, provide the capital that fuels this growth. They provide the resources for businesses to expand, hire more people, and develop new products and services. The beauty of this system is that both sides benefit. Business owners get the capital they need to grow their businesses and investors get to share in the profits. It's a win-win situation. However, this system is not without its challenges. The key is to understand the rules of the game. You need to understand how money flows, how businesses operate, and how to identify valuable assets. This requires financial literacy, a skill that is sadly lacking in our education system. Why is financial education so important? Because it empowers you to take control of your financial future. It allows you to understand how money works and how to make it work for you. It's the key to unlocking the doors to wealth creation. Unfortunately, traditional education systems often fail to equip us with this crucial knowledge. We're taught how to be good employees, how to work for someone else's dream, but we're rarely taught how to be financially independent, how to build our own dreams. The good news is, you don't need a fancy degree or a Wall Street background to become financially literate. There are countless resources available, books, podcasts, online courses that can teach you the fundamentals of personal finance, investing, and wealth building. Start by educating yourself about basic financial concepts. Learn about budgeting, saving, and debt management. Then, dive into the world of investing. Understand different asset classes, investment strategies, and risk management. The more you learn, the more confident and empowered you'll become in making financial decisions. Remember, financial education is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. The financial world is constantly evolving, so it's crucial to stay informed and adapt your strategies accordingly. Section 5. Breaking free from the rat race. Why being a worker and consumer isn't enough. Most people are trapped in the rat race. They work hard, earn a paycheck, and then spend that paycheck on bills and expenses. They're stuck in an endless cycle of working to consume, never getting ahead financially. This is the reality for far too many people. The problem with this model is that it leaves you vulnerable. You're entirely dependent on your job for income. If you lose your job, you lose your income stream. And in today's uncertain economic climate, job security is becoming increasingly rare. Breaking free from the rat race requires a shift in mindset. It's about moving from being a consumer to becoming an owner. It's about building assets that generate income, even while you sleep. This doesn't mean you have to quit your job tomorrow and start a business. You can start small, invest in a rental property, buy dividend-paying stocks, start a side hustle. The key is to create multiple streams of income so you're not solely reliant on your job. Remember, financial freedom isn't about being rich, it's about having choices. It's about having the financial security to live life on your own terms. Section 6. Inflation, your enemy or your friend? Inflation. It's a word that strikes fear into the hearts of consumers, and rightfully so. As prices rise, your hard-earned money buys less and less. It's a silent thief, eroding your purchasing power over time. But here's the thing, inflation doesn't affect everyone equally. While it hurts consumers, it can actually benefit investors. How? Because inflation tends to drive up the value of assets. Think about it. When the price of goods and services rises, so does the cost of the raw materials, labor, and other inputs needed to produce those goods and services. This in turn pushes up the prices of assets like stocks, real estate, and commodities. So, while inflation eats away at the value of your cash, it can actually increase the value of your investments. This is why it's crucial to invest your money rather than letting it sit idle in a savings account. Of course, not all investments are created equal. Some are more inflation resistant than others. For example, stocks of companies that can pass on rising costs to consumers tend to perform well during inflationary periods. The key takeaway is this: inflation is a fact of life, but it doesn't have to be your enemy. By understanding how it works and investing your money wisely, you can actually use inflation to your advantage. Section 7. The path to investing. It's easier than you think. You might be thinking, investing sounds great, but I don't know where to start. It seems complicated and intimidating. I hear you. But let me assure you, investing is not just for the wealthy or financially savvy. It's accessible to anyone willing to learn and take action. The first step is to open a brokerage account. This is your gateway to the stock market. There are countless brokerage firms out there, both online and traditional. Shop around, compare fees, and choose one that suits your needs. Once you have an account, it's time to fund it. You don't need a fortune to get started. Many brokerages allow you to start investing with as little as $100. The important thing is to start somewhere. Now comes the fun part, choosing your investments. But don't get overwhelmed. Start simple. Consider investing in low-cost index funds or ETFs, exchange-traded funds. These funds allow you to invest in a diversified basket of stocks, reducing your risk. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Start small, be consistent, and don't be afraid to ask for help along the way. Section 8. The long-game ETFs and index funds as building blocks for wealth. Let's talk about ETFs and index funds. These are powerful tools for building long-term wealth, especially for beginner investors. They offer diversification, simplicity, and often lower fees compared to actively managed funds. An index fund tracks a specific market index, like the S&P 500. When you invest in an index fund, you're essentially buying a tiny piece of all the companies in that index. This provides instant diversification, spreading your risk across hundreds of companies. ETFs are similar to index funds, but they trade on stock exchanges like individual stocks. They also typically have lower expense ratios than actively managed mutual funds. Why are these good for the long game? Because they take the emotion out of investing. You're not trying to time the market or pick individual winners. You're simply buying the entire market, riding the wave of overall economic growth. Remember, time is your greatest asset when it comes to investing. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. And by investing in ETFs and index funds, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Section 9. Consistency is key. The power of CPA investing. The real secret to building wealth in the stock market isn't about finding the next hot stock or timing the market perfectly. It's about consistency. It's about investing regularly, regardless of market conditions. This is where CPA investing comes in. CPA stands for Consistent Passive Automatic. Consistent. Invest a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, regardless of market fluctuations. This is known as dollar cost averaging, and it helps to mitigate risk. Passive invest in low-cost index funds or ETFs that require minimal monitoring. This frees up your time and energy to focus on other important aspects of your life. Automatic setup, automatic contributions from your bank account to your brokerage account. This takes the emotion out of investing and ensures that you're consistently putting money to work. Think of CPA investing like building a house brick by brick. Each contribution, no matter how small, adds to your foundation of wealth. Over time, these small, consistent contributions compound, creating significant growth. Remember, the stock market is a vehicle for building long-term wealth. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. By embracing the principles of CPA investing, you're setting yourself up for financial success. Stay informed, stay disciplined, and stay consistent. The power of compound growth will take care of the rest.